Oh, wait.
Delayed sound.
All right. Now I got sound.
We got sound now.
Do we have anyone signed up for lobby visitation this evening?
Yes, we have one person, Lindsay Durham.
Okay. You could please come to the microphone, give us your name and address for the record.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Durham. I live at 853 Parker Street. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to Councilwoman Rowland for her service to the community. I'm glad City Council provided a forum for us to meet, as her passion for helping others quickly inspired me. Time after time, Councilwoman Rowland reached out to marginalized members of the community in order to amplify their voices. Time after time, I'd run into her volunteering at communal events. And time after time, Councilwoman Rowland represented Bowling Green with dignity and grace. Though her time on City Council may be coming to an end, I'm certain her community involvement will continue to thrive. I'd like to present Councilwoman Rowland with these flowers as a thank you for all you've done for the community. I feel lucky to have someone like you to look up to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Any other? That's no more lobby visitation. Introduction of new legislation.
Mr. President,
Mr. Robinette.
on behalf of the Finance Committee, I have a resolution designating financial institutions as public depositories.
Okay. Brings us to official reports. Mr. Mayor.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes this evening and celebrate the Bowling Green community, the generosity of the Bowling Green community. And before I do this, I would like to ask Mary to please join me. So, as you all are very likely aware, last week, a week ago, I think Tuesday, a call to action was issued from my office in an effort to solicit donations to support relief efforts in Bowling Green, Kentucky. We all understand the reasons why we would do this. It's natural that we would do this. So a week ago today, I pretty sheepishly walked into Mary's office and asked her if she thought that this was something we could do. It was really, really short notice. And as Mary does, Mary sprang into action. So when I say a call of action came from my office, really, I didn't do a heck of a lot. Mary did most everything. So, and many others. So Mary's going to provide a little bit of details on the success of the event in just a minute. But I wanted to take a couple of minutes and say thank you to the Bowling Green community. Thank you to Mary and members of the Chamber of Commerce. The event that we held in person at the fire station last Friday morning, I think exceeded all of our expectations. It was just unbelievably impressive and humbling, and I could not have been more proud to be the mayor of this community at that time. And it didn't end at 9 o'clock when we left the fire station. It went on all day long. It went on over the weekend. Donations were dropped off at the fire station. It went on today. This community is so generous, and I'm so grateful and so proud. I also wanted to say thank you to the Bowling Green Fire Department for hosting us at the station that day. Chief Mormon was out there delivering coffee and delivering donuts. Had members of my administration stop up and spend a good deal of time, and it's a good thing we did, or they did, because we were overwhelmed. There was cars backed up to on Worcester Street and Pearl Street on a couple different occasions. Lori and Joe and Amanda and Hallie came and helped pass the bucket and deliver donuts and coffee, which were donated. My good friend Gary Dybel, when he heard about the event on Monday morning in the coffee shop, immediately offered to donate coffee. Later that same morning, Monday, I talked with the people at the Sweet Stop, and they agreed to donate donuts. So they donated 200 donuts. Gary donated 200 cups of coffee. Again, another example of the generosity of the Bowling Green community. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. As I mentioned, the turnout was impressive. We had residents, young and old. We had representative businesses, big and small. And we're just really, really grateful for the support. So, Mary, I think you've been burning up the calculator the last couple of days. Do you want to provide a little bit of detail on
my staff? Let me tell you,
Yeah,
that was
please.
a full-time job for Kristen on Friday.
just keeping a running total of what was going on. And just a couple other things that I want to let people know. The media really really supported us and helped us get the word out. And so I wanted to thank Clint Corp for organizing the interviews that he did. The mayor interview was probably my all-time favorite. Got a little choked up there. No, a lot choked up there when Mayor Alcott and Mayor Osbacher got to speak, and he kind of told us about what was going on there, good and bad. You know, the devastation, of course, is kind of hard to swallow, but also the outreach that they've been getting. It was really heartwarming. WTOL, I can't thank them enough for our partnership, and they were there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they carried through until 9 o'clock. They also picked up the story at 5 and 6 for us, keeping people top of mind. You need to get out there. And so we were getting messages over the weekend. Hey, can I still stop and make my donation? Jan, you picked up some great sentiments from people that stopped, and she said something as she came in, which I have to agree with. It was a very emotional event. We had Gwenda Zulich there from the VFW post 1148 made a sizable donation, as did others. But she stood there with tears in her eyes and said, I've lived in Bowling Green for my whole life, and I have never seen this kind of turnout for anything. Cars were backed up and just one after another coming through, and everybody thanking us for having put it together so they had an easy way to donate. So I'm really, really excited to tell you that right now, the donations haven't stopped coming in, but we have raised $28,975 for the Bowling Green, Kentucky community. And I had a conversation today with the CFO at the Chamber of Commerce in Kentucky, um, Meredith Rosinski, and she said that the greatest need right now is for those displaced, not having housing. They have established a fund through the Warren County Public Schools, and it's called the Synergy Fund at Independence Bank, and they want us to send the funds through that. What they're doing with those funds is putting people in temporary housing, getting their utilities paid until they can get them back on their feet or into something more permanent. And they have to do this so that they can reopen the schools, because right now the schools are being used for temporary housing. Just as Mayor Osbacher said, I just cannot thank this community that I love so much for their outreach. It was amazing. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mary. And once again, thank you, everybody, from bottom of my heart, all members of the Bowling Green community. We certainly appreciate your generosity. That completes my report, subject to any questions that you may have.
Are there any questions for the mayor this evening? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd also like to wish all of you a very happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and roll up your sleeves, get rested, and we'll get ready to get going after the first of the year again. Thank you.
Thank you. Municipal Administrator, Ms. Treader. Are there any questions for Ms. Treader? City Attorney? Are there any questions for Mr. Marsh this evening? All right. Public Services Director, Mr. Fawcett. Are there any questions for Mr. Fawcett this evening? Public Infrastructure Director, Mr. O'Connell. Are there any questions for Mr. O'Connell this evening? Okay, those were all incredible reports. Council committee reports. No council committee reports. I would just like to remind everybody that we are having a council orientation meeting on January 22nd. That's a Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Details to follow. Okay, that brings us to the reading of legislation, okay?
Legislation for first reading. Resolution number 3810 for first reading. Resolution designating financial institutions as public depositories.
Mr. President,
Mr. Robinette.
I move to suspend the rules and give Resolution 3810 its second and third readings.
Second?
Properly moved and seconded. Kay?
Harold?
Yes.
Hollenbaugh?
Yes.
Phipps?
Yes.
Robinette?
Yes.
Roland?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
All right, the rules are suspended for Resolution 3810.
Resolution number 3810 for second and third reading. Resolution designating financial institutions as public depositories.
Mr. President,
Mr. Robinette.
I move to adopt Resolution 3810.
Second?
Okay, properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay.
Hollenbaugh?
Yes.
Phipps?
Yes.
Robinette?
Yes.
Roland?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
Harold?
Yes.
All righty. Resolution 3810 is adopted.
Legislation for second reading. Ordinance number 8980 for second reading. Ordinance authorizing the Utilities Director to enter into an agreement with AMP Transmission LLC. Ordinance number 8981 for second reading. Ordinance amending the zoning district map of the City of Bowling Green, Ohio for approximately 39.78 acres located between 2111 and 2301 East Wooster Street from B2 General Commercial Zoning to M3 Business Park Zoning. Legislation for third reading. Ordinance number 8979 for third reading. Ordinance to provide appropriations for expenses and other expenditures of the City of Bowling Green, Ohio for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022 and ending December 31, 2022.
Mr. President,
Mr. Robinette.
I move to adopt Ordinance 8979.
Second?
Properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President, I
Mr.
just
Harold.
wanted to thank the administration for another incredible job on the budget. And as I mentioned in our Finance Committee meeting, it really, really reflects well on the priorities that the administration and council has come up with and gives a roadmap to how we can go forward to achieve those. So a lot of effort. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay.
Phipps,
Yes.
Robinette,
Yes.
Roland,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Harold,
Yes.
Hollenbaugh.
Yes. Ordinance 8979 is adopted. Is there any other business to come before council?
Mr. President,
Mr. Harold.
I would like to make a motion that we excuse John Sanfrandino from tonight's meeting.
Second. Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Okay. And I would like to take a minute to thank Sandy Rowland for her years of service to the citizens of Bowling Green. Love outpouring for which I have not seen on a departing council member. So, you know, over the years, the time that I've been on council, you have been sort of a compass to help steer me out of trouble, and you have provided me with wisdom in times when, you know, I would have probably been tempted to put my foot in my mouth without your counsel. So I want you to know that in your service as council pro tem, that you have been incredibly helpful to me. And I wish you all the best. I know that you're not going to disappear from the public scene. But as you move on to these new challenges, just know that your time here was very much appreciated by myself and all council members, past and present.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. It's been a wonderful 10 years, and I think that's the best way I can sum it up. I love my city. I think tonight's presentation by Mary and the mayor suffices to explain what a fabulous community I have been given the privilege to work for. I think a good community starts with good citizens, and that we have. It's been wonderful working with the various teams of city councilors. to make progress and to move forward. And I think my farewell message is that of keep moving steady forward in Bowling Green. That was the theme for the budget, and I think it holds a lot of meaning in my mind too. So steady forward, Bowling Green. Thank you.
Any other business or comments? Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved. Oops. Second.
All right, properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.